Hello everybody, welcome back to another Rocket League video. The update is finally out and I want to talk about a few things. First of all, it's quite a late recording for me. It's around 11 PM, so I have to be a bit more quiet than normal, but it's not a huge problem, I think. Don't really have to scream. It's not going to be a long recording. So what I want to say is, yeah, the update is out. The new game on DROPSHOT, the whole updates. Season 3 ended, Season 4 is there, so many new things. And especially what I have to say, what I love a lot, has to be the whole update actually in total. I love it in total. There is not just one thing, to be honest, but I just want to say DROPSHOT. This game might be a lot of fun, but I will talk about it. We're also gonna play one DROPSHOT game today, just for everybody who doesn't know what exactly it's about. But first of all, I want to talk about a few things. Well, this has to definitely be my favorite update so far. I love the Season 3 update, so when the competitive Season 3 started, back in July or so, I think. June, July last year, I think. That was when I played as much Rocket League as never before, never afterwards. I played in the next 2 weeks, 14 days after the update came out, I played 85 hours, which means it is over 2 weeks and a daily average of 6 hours. So that's a decent amount for sure. Afterwards I still played like 3-4 hours. Normally I play like 30 to 35 hours in 2 weeks, so not even half of that normally. So 85 hours was a huge amount for sure. And yeah, but this probably will have to be my favorite one, especially because of the mode. First of all, I want to talk about my car. As you can see, I got the new wheels, so the wheels I have right now are the wheels for hitting blue stars. For everybody who doesn't know, who is not playing this game too often or whatever. I don't have the champion wheels. Even if I would have them, I would use this car. This had the sky blue barrel. I got that yesterday as well, just when an update came out. Well, the car looks like this. And wow, my voice going away now as well. So yeah, I did not hit champion, but I have these wheels, and these just, to be honest, look amazing. I actually like them more. I saw the champion wheels often enough in GIFs, in pictures, in game. These have to be better in my opinion. I just prefer them, to be honest. I just prefer them myself. A lot of people say the champion wheels are better. I myself think actually these might be better, but who knows. Now I changed to Dominus as well. In the last few weeks I didn't feel that good with Octane. Wanted to try out a different car. I tried out Batmobile, sorry. Didn't really like it. Tried out Dominus and I feel a lot better. Dominus was my favorite car for the most time in Rocket League. And yeah, I'm playing with it again. I just love this car. It's probably it has to be my favorite car. Octane might be better in a few things. I just feel better with Dominus right now. Maybe in a month I will go and switch back to Octane, but for now I will use this one. Now there are a few things we want to talk about. As I told you, we did not hit the champion rings. It's especially down to me not really trying to anymore. I mean, the Sunday before the update came out, so last Sunday I didn't play Ranked 2s. On Monday I just played like an hour. On Tuesday and on Wednesday I haven't played. So in the last 4 days of this season, I only played 1 hour. Therefore a few games, like 6 or 7 games. So I haven't really even tried, and that's the thing is, I do like playing with other people, and like competitive, I do like going for the wheels, and I wanted the wheels, but solo queuing, especially doubles, ranked, is so annoying because there's so many really stupid and especially so many assholes in there, in the world, in this community. It's unbelievable. So many assholes, and I mean, like every second game I either played against a very stupid person or somebody who's like extremely bad, and I mean I play ranked because of my rank, so I lose not mainly because of him, or I played against boosters. I played a lot of games against boosters, like there were like 7-8 games including boosters, and I feel like just once or I think twice, maybe even just once, but I think even twice I played with one, and over time I played against one. And there are so many assholes who don't even know, so that's why I didn't really try it and I didn't get it. But of course, new season, and again going for ranks. I have 2 ranks yet, as I can show you here. I have 2 ranks. Now let's first of all talk of this one. I played with 2 of my friends, did 10 games. We got to gold 3. We won 7 out of 10 games. The 3 games we lost were against at least champions, so they all had champion wheels. 1 or 2 even had the Grand Champ title. So we lost them. One of them we should have won one of these games, but most of the games they were just a lot better. So it's fine. 7 out of 10 games, we got gold 3. We decided to play 3 more games to get maybe even to platinum. but we lost all 3 games, so I gone down to Division 2, Gold 2 Division 2. On the other side, I myself played 11 games of doubles. I played 4 of them with a friend of mine. One of the 2 I played standard with, and only 3 of them counted for some reason. So we played the first game, we won it, and it says 1 out of 10 promotion games or matchmaking games. I don't know what the word anymore. Placement, I think. Placement matches played. We played the second one and still just said 1 out of 10. We played the third one, it says 2 out of 10. We played the fourth one, it says 3 out of 10. So the second game just got deleted. There was nobody like left or gave up or whatever. There was nothing. It's just normal game without overtime, normal game with 5 minutes, some goals here and there. They just deleted this for some reason, but okay, we still got 3 wins that actually counted. I played 2 more games myself, 2 wins, that was 5 out of 5. And the last 5 games I played against only Grand Champions. This means everybody else on the server, my partner and my 2 opponents, all had the Grand Champ title in all 5 games. And I won 4 out of these 5, and not even once I got carried. Always I played very good. I scored my goals, I got a lot of points, saves. I did not play really bad. Of course, most of the time my partner was a bit better. Sometimes we were on the same level actually. So I played really good and won 4 out of 5. And now the funny story is, the only game I lost was the 9th game or the 4th game out of these 5. So I had 8 out of 8. And then the 9th game out of these 10 placement matches I lost. And this one I played against, of course, again a Grand Champion. With him. Against a team of Grand Champions. Now the funny thing is this dude, first of all, it would have been the only game I would have been carried, because he was a lot better than me. But we almost did it as well. We were just like 1 goal down, 1 minute before the end. We conceded another one that I think was like 8-6 when we conceded this one 1 minute before the end. So and then it started. He gone AFK the full game already. He just talked shit about me in all chat, not in team chat, in all chat, to let everybody know. And most of basically everything he said was completely stupid and didn't even make sense. It was not, I played shit and he just said, you played shit. Would say, yeah, it's true, but you don't have to say it. He actually talked a lot of shit. And not only that, he insulted me and whatever so badly. We don't have to talk about that much. But the only thing funny about that is, I've never got insulted that hard. He just didn't say, you are shit or you're an asshole. He said things I couldn't imagine, how you can think of these things. So like, he was such an asshole, you don't even know. But it's not important, I reported him. The funny thing is though, the last thing he said. The last sentence he said after he went AFK, then said one more thing and then left. And what he said was, like this, you will never get a good rank. So now the funny thing is, first of all, of course, the only game I would have been carried, the only game I lose, he says you will never get a good rank. Out of all the players we played against, and I think like, of course I played 5 games with full Grand Champions, which is 5 multiplied by 3 players on this server in this game as Grand Champions, 15 Grand Champions, and I think like 8 or 9 of them had already a rank. So most of them, a bit more than half of them, already had a rank. They were not unranked anymore. And the highest rank, the only one who had a rank higher than Plat 1, was exactly this dude who was so angry, who insulted me and said, you will not get a good rank, not a better, but he just said you will not get a good rank. He actually had the highest rank of all the players I've played with or against, with Platinum 2. And now think about this, I got Platinum 3. I have a better rank than him. Just think about this. So like, first of all, it's just the whole thing. I could repeat myself, but I just love this kind of story. Like, he insults me. He the only game I would have been carried, the only game I lose, says you will never get a bank rank, and even though he has the highest rank, I still get a better rank than him. It's just crazy. Now, a few things we have to talk about. First of all, this is the highest rank I've ever had. I have a skill rating of like 1020, 1030. I think my highest skill rating before was like 900, like 40, 50, 60. So by far my highest skill rating I ever had. I looked around what skill level this basically is if you look at like season 3 ranks, and it says it would be low Grand Champion rank. Low Grand Champion rank is what I found, a few people agreed with. Low Grand Champion rank. If low Grand Champions are like expected to hit Platinum 2, 3 after these 10 games. So this is, I mean, I played against a lot of Grand Champions, and basically I got a rank that is expected to be hit by low Grand Champions. And most of the Grand Champions I played with actually everybody, as I just told you, every single one had a low rank. It's just unbelievable. The rank I just got here is crazy in my opinion. Now I was also just 180 points away from the top 100 at that point. 180 points. That's not a lot. It's of course still a lot, but like not that much to what I was before. Before I was like a few hundred points away. Now just 180, by far the closest. And it was not just 1 hour after the update came out, it was a few hours, like 5-6 hours after the update came out. So it was quite a special thing, and the whole rank and stuff is quite special. Now, the last thing I want to talk about before I go in the one game against DROPSHOT is I will do a series. Of course, I had this Road to Champion series. I made like 6 episodes, I think. Didn't hit it, out of me not really playing that often. Rankeds. I'm gonna do a series like this again. Now I wanted to make a Road to Diamond series. That is what I planned. Now I'm Platinum 3. That means the next rank would be Diamond 1. So what I decided is I will play a few doubles here and there myself or with a friend, and first have a look if I will now keep this rank or maybe even go up, or if I will go down. If that was just one amazing day or whatever and just got Platinum 3, that I will go down quickly to like Plat 1 or whatever, then I might go to Diamond series. If I actually just get once, I only have to get 1 rank up and I have Diamond 1. Then I would make Road to Champion. So I will decide myself if I will make Road to Diamond or Champion. I will play a bit of myself here and there. And maybe in like a week I will upload the first episode, and that's either gonna be Road to Diamond or Road to Champion. Yeah, and that's basically all I want to talk about. I wanted to give you a full review. What I think about this update is just, it's an amazing one, best one by far. My new car, my new ranks and everything, the whole story about this one dude and whatever. And the last thing, the only thing we still want to do, I think, is I also want to give you some gameplay. We're gonna go in the game against DROPSHOT. Maybe I can't really give you a background. I just was thinking about maybe talking about this, put something in the background. The thing is though, I showed you my rank, I showed you my car, so I can't really do that. So for everybody who doesn't know DROPSHOT, it's a bit different. It's not 2 goals and you have to just score. You have a full pitch, a field, game field basically, and what's happening is you see there is the line in the middle and it's separated in 2 halves. Oh, look at this, great champions. And your goal is to get the ball basically into their half, and if it drops down, so basically it's your goal to drop the ball, then this happens. You activate these things. You activate these sextagons, I don't know man, these things, I don't know how to call them, fields. These parts of the match, of the field, I don't know. You activate them. And do you see what happened here? There is a hole. Because they almost got there. Your goal is basically to hit them once, then they're activated. If you hit them a second time, they break and there's a hole, and then you have to, this is basically your goal. You just have to, basically your goal is to shoot the ball through the field. Yeah, that's basically it. Of course on the other side though. If it's on your side, it's a goal for the opponents. And then the field will just regenerate. Yeah, that's basically how this whole thing is going on. They will be a bit better, they're a full team. Of course my first game today, but so right now they're winning easily. But you see, I just activated a few things. Oh, I missed. So it's difficult to explain. This was just a quick explanation. I think the best way you will learn is either just watch this, or just if you really want to know more about it and haven't played it, then just there's so many channels that made videos explaining this. So I don't really want to talk about everything right now. For example, here on Golded right there. I'm not playing good. Okay, he left as well. That's okay. Great start. Just from goaling and then leaving. But I don't really go for the win right now. It's my first game and I don't expect to win against a full team with a Grand Champ. Even though I have one as well, to be honest. But yeah, we'll see. They're good. I have played a few games of these the last days, on the day after, basically just when this came out. I straight have played a few games of this. And I do like it a lot. That's the last thing we can actually talk about. I knew I forgot something to talk about. There's one more thing I would want to talk about. This is why I love this. Because I told you, because of this game mode especially. Now, this is the 4th big game mode. There was first the ice hockey one, then there was hoops, the basketball one, then Rumble, the item one, and now there is this one, which is the first one, which while all of this will be different. The ice hockey one, I got bored of this within like a week because it was basically exactly the same game. The only thing that really changed was the ball. It wasn't a ball anymore, it was a puck. And therefore it was like 95% the same game, and the 5% that were different were worse, in my opinion. Were worse. They scored again. You're gonna lose, but that's not a problem. So like 90% exactly the same game. Freeze, normal map, normal goals, the same achievements or the same things you have to do. Now our Grandchamp left as well. Alpha Hund, that's a decent name. I like this name. So the main thing basically that was different was the ball, and I liked that a lot less. So for me in total the update was almost the same, for 95% the same, and the 5% that were different were worse. So I definitely prefer to just play Make America Gabe again. It's also a decent name. So the only thing I really like, after a week I got bored and just felt like I would prefer to play some unranked freeze over this. Unranked freeze over playing this ice hockey mode. So I decided to basically not play it anymore. Then hoops came out. That I got not bored that quickly of that. I basically played it for like 2 weeks maybe, because it was at least a bit different. Like not scoring goals in a football goal, but like with basketball and the baskets, and you have to get it high and drop it down. So it was something for the first time really different, and therefore I didn't really get bored that quickly of it. Played it for like, I don't know, 2 weeks maybe, but because I don't really like it, also it's 2s and I normally don't play like unranked playlists that just are 2 against 2. I kinda stopped playing this as well. I didn't really enjoy it and got bored of it after like 2, maybe 3 weeks, but I played it for a bit longer at least. Then the new one was the Rumble one, which again was exactly the same, only with items, which exactly the same for me. Like 90-95% the same game. The things that has changed were worse in my opinion, because the items just annoyed me. So the things that were actually worse were new, different, were worse than just playing a normal unranked freeze game. So again, after like a week I stopped playing it. I wasn't interested in playing it anymore. And then now this one, and this is for the first time something very different. And I mean hoops also was really different, but this is even more different than hoops. And it's freeze, very different. I think I'm not getting bored of this quickly. I think I will play this for a long time. I like this a lot. But yeah, we lost few seconds. Should I play another one? I actually don't think so right now. I will play a few games with my friends soon and I will talk to them, so. But I think you kind of understood. I will probably play a few more and just upload here and there. Or should I play another one? Wait, let me check real quick how long I'm recording, and then I will decide if I play another one or not. Well, I just checked. I think the videos are around 20 minutes. That's what I was looking for. So I will end here, but basically, I think I told you everything. If you want to know anything, you can tell me. If you want to play a few games with me, you can also tell me as always. I will make some, again, the important thing, I will just repeat them real quick. I will make around in a week, I think, the first episode of a new Road to 2v2 either Diamond or Champion rank series. I will make some live streams here and there. It's basically whenever I want to play Rocket League, it's not too late, so at least like 11 PM, 12 AM, midnight. It's around that time. I want to play Rocket League and I cannot play with friends. If this is the case, then I always will live stream. Every time this is the case, I will live stream. But in the last few days, it was always the case that I either didn't really want to play, or it was really late. Too late that I felt like it, or I played with a lot of my friends. So whenever it's not too late and my friends are out, not only playing something different, then I will live stream. So there are gonna be a few live streams here and there probably for sure. The last thing I want to say is I might gonna do some DROPSHOT videos here and there. I'm not sure. I mean, you can see that almost as many people play DROPSHOT as doubles, which is already amazing. You see I mean, it was kind of like Rumble when it came out, but Rumble gone down very quickly, so I'm not sure if a lot of people will stop playing DROPSHOT. I don't think so though, but at some point, of course, they're gonna play especially Rankeds. But yeah, I really enjoyed DROPSHOT. I will play a lot of it, and I will probably upload a few videos here and there as well from DROPSHOT maybe, whenever I have nothing else to upload probably. Otherwise, I will just go for my normal series. But I hope you enjoyed this episode, ladies and gentlemen. I had headphones on, so I hope I was not too loud and it didn't annoy anybody and wake somebody up or whatever. I mean, wake somebody, it's not that late, but maybe I did annoy somebody who's just trying to chill a bit. Hope that's not the case. But yeah, I will end it here. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was interesting for you. You can tell me, maybe you can also tell me in the comments that it was not interesting for you and you don't care at all. Then I know that. I just need your feedback as well as always. Positive or negative, I don't care. Feedback is feedback and I can use that. Except for this, guys, I will see you tomorrow with Aston Villa. I'm 99% sure. Or, to be honest, I'm not really 100% sure. But I think Aston Villa might be AC Dutty. In the last 2 days, there's definitely one Aston Villa and one AC Dutty. Not sure which one is going to be first and which second, but yeah. And the last thing I actually don't have to talk about. I will go to holidays for a few days, but it's still in a few weeks, like I think 2.5, 3 weeks. So I don't think it's time to yet already talk about it. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, have an amazing day. I will see you tomorrow. If you enjoyed this, then please smash the like button. If you're new, it would be cool if you could subscribe, of course, if you enjoyed it. Except for this, I will see you tomorrow, and bye, guys.